How is my camera already at it's dying by the minute. I don't know what's going on with it. I have the Sony CX and all of a sudden the battery is just like not having it at all. But hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to 2023 and my first video of the year. I haven't sat down in front of the camera all year. It's currently the 11th. And I have honestly had the most incredible 2 weeks. We've had friends visiting from Sydney. We went to Sydney and we're off to Melbourne this weekend to visit family. It's just been an amazing start to the year, and I've definitely not put any pressure on myself to have like crazy New Year's resolutions or anything like that. I've got a couple, but they're very simple. We're keeping it simple this year and I just want to be at peace. But anyways, enough about that. We'll get more into that in the video. I've got myself a coffee. I thought to start the year out, we would do a bit of a catch-up Q&A. I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions for me a couple weeks ago. I've written them all down and we're just gonna have a chat. I feel like I need to lay some things out on the table. I need to talk about some things, and that's what we're gonna do today. Sorry, let's get into it. Also, we all know this by now, it would not be a video of mine sitting down without literal industrial mowing going on and roadworks at the front of the house. It's just inevitable at this point. Every time I film, they're like, oh, time to mow. All right, I've had a moment. We've charged our camera up a little bit. Most of the noise has stopped. Let's begin with the first question, which is, do you have any New Year's resolutions? And like I said before, I kept mine simple this year. I do have 12, but they're very simple. I'm not going to share all of them because a lot of them are quite personal and something I will get into in the future, like I've addressed a million times. It's a video that I'm waiting to make at the point where I'm ready. I'll talk about it more later in the video. But the first one is, and it's always kind of been on my New Year's resolutions list, and I feel like this year is the year that I'm finally going to do it because she's going to therapy. I'm in my mental health girl era. It's happening this year. I feel like once I really get a hold of this mental health, I have anxiety, which I have spoken about a lot in the past, and I'm going to therapy this year, a proper therapist, a psychiatrist. I'm doing the work. I have to get this fixed. So with that, with the anxiety, I tend to not be very present. I'm elsewhere 24/7, living in the future, worrying about the future, thinking about things, and I'm not there, living in the moment, enjoying the moment, engaging, and it is to do with other things, which again, I will talk about in the video. I feel like I should have answered other questions first, but my main goal this year is to be present, to stop stressing so much about things I cannot control and making the most of every single moment in life. I know it sounds corny, but it's so important to just be present, to be. I just want to be, and I want to be at peace. So that's a major one for me. That is my number one, and that is something I am going to do this year. I'm transforming my life this year, and you guys are coming along with me. I am going to grow this year, mentally and physically, because the second one is fuel my body properly. I want to focus less on calories, more on nutrition content. I want to be getting the right foods in. I want to be fueling my body. I want to be energized. I want to be healthy. So that's another one for me. That is my number two. I also want to read 5 books. That's a simple one. I love reading. I need to set aside a time to read my book, to just relax and enjoy. So I want to do that. 5 books, that's not many. I feel like that's very achievable for me. I might read more, but again, we're not going too far with the goals. Another one I have is cooking healthy meals. I want to make healthy meals every week, which I have already started doing. I've started prepping meals. I've been making pastas. I make really nice breakfasts. Honestly, I've just been making pasta. Oh, and homemade pizza. I love Italian food, so we're cooking healthy meals, and I want to learn a new recipe every single week. Create content that I'm proud of. Honestly, right now, as long as I am loving the content that I'm putting out and I'm proud, that's all I'm going to care about. That's all I want to do. I just want to put something out and be like, you know what, I'm happy with that. That's pretty much it. That's all the ones I'm going to share. The other ones are a little bit personal. Oh, I've got be spontaneous and live your best life. We're doing that this year. We're all going to be spontaneous, live our best lives. 2023 is going to be amazing. I can just feel it. Oh, whoa, they go so fast on those things. I think they're done now. Okay. Anyways, let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is your highs and your lows of 2022. This may sound dismal, but honestly, my highs are getting through the year. I had a very hard year last year. I'm not going to lie. It was tough, and I got through it, and I'm proud of myself for that. And I feel like even if you have a bad day, a bad month, a bad year, you'll get through it. And I got through it, and I just feel like I can only go up from here. And I'm just proud of myself for having a good year despite everything that I was going through. I am a qualified PT. I got qualified to be a PT last year. I'm also a qualified sports nutritionist. So I got through 2 courses last year, and I'm really, really proud of myself for that. So that was definitely a high for me, was studying 2 courses, completing and successfully completing both of them, which I'm very, very proud of. What I do with those certificates and qualifications, I'm not too sure yet. That's in the future. But I am very proud of myself for doing that. But the lows, I am going to make a video about this and talk more in depth when I'm ready, and when, yeah, just when I'm ready. The low of my year, I don't know how to tackle this. I'm just going to talk about it really casually. I let my relationship with food get pretty bad. And it kind of overruled my year. It overruled my mind, and I lost a lot from it. And I ended up in hospital, but I'm going to change that this year. And I'm going to therapy. Oh, why am I crying? I did not think I was going to cry. But I'm going to therapy. I start very soon with a very, very well-renowned therapist, and I'm very excited to change my life. And when I do talk about it more, I want to share my journey. If you guys are interested in seeing it, I feel like it's going to be something to, 1, hold myself accountable, but 2, most importantly, to help others out there who are also dealing with this. I know it is a major thing right now. There are a lot of people in the world dealing with their relationship with food and eating disorders, and it's honestly awful. And I want to help others, and I feel like if I can do it, anyone can do it, and I want to be able to show people that. So I want to show my journey. I'm just waiting to start therapy to kind of get in an even better mindset. I'm doing better this year, but I definitely need to go and see someone to handle the mental side of this, because it is just, it's awful. It just takes up my whole mind. I can't even think of the words right now. It's been very detrimental to my mental health, and it has, yeah, it made my last year very, very hard, which is why I find it hard to think of the highs of my year, because I struggled a lot last year, I'll be quite honest. But I got through that year, and all I can do is go up from here, and it's literally going to be such a better year for me, and I'm so excited to improve my life in all aspects. And I feel like dealing with this is just going to help everything else in my life improve so much more. That was the low last year, but like I said, it is going to be better this year, and I'm very excited for it, and nervous and scared and terrified and all the things. Anyways, let's move on to the next question. I am going to talk about that more in another video. I didn't want to get too much into this video because I'm not really ready yet, and I want to be able to articulate everything that I'm thinking, because right now I'm just speaking random words. Next question. Next, somebody asked, how are you feeling mentally? And I think we just got a visual representation of how I am feeling mentally. I am kind of all over the place, but honestly at the moment I'm just taking life day by day, doing my best every single day. Even if it's 1% better, I'm happy with that, and I'm feeling really positive about the future. And even though I'm dealing with a lot mentally now, just knowing that things are going to improve this year is really making me feel a lot better. I cannot wait for my new life to begin. That's how it feels, honestly, like I'm about to begin a new life, and 2023 is going to be just the beginning, and I'm very excited about that. As nervous as I am and as anxious as I am about all of it, and you know, it's just taking up a lot of my mind, I'm excited about the future, which is a very good feeling. The next question someone asked, is there someone special yet? And no, there is not. I'm still very much in the depths of my single girl era, and it's probably going to stay that way for a little while until I work on me and I'm ready to welcome someone else into my life. That's just how I am at the moment. I'm just going to work on myself this year, and then we'll think about putting ourselves out there. I mean, if something happens, it happens, but I'm definitely not out there searching for it. So pretty much in the same place as I have been the whole last year, just working on me, not really focusing on like dating or anything. And I think right now that's probably for the best. So yeah, still single and still loving it. The next question is, are you following a workout program, or do you program yourself since you have studied? I I haven't really fully programmed myself. I haven't gone into, there's an app called Trainerize where a lot of PTs will put out programs that you can follow. I haven't done that for myself. I would just write up my workouts the night before and then go and do that the next day, but not really following anything specific, not doing the same kind of routine for 6 weeks and then switching it up. I just kind of went with the flow last year, and this year I'm not programming myself. I'm actually following a program on the Move With Us app. It's Rachel Dillon's app, and it's really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying following something. I'm enjoying kind of like getting out of my comfort zone, trying new exercises, following something and improving. And especially now that I'm focusing more on fueling my body, I'm just excited and I'm loving it. I absolutely love going to the gym again. Last year it really became a chore. This year something just feels different about it. I've got that spark back and I'm loving it. So following an app and a program has been really, really good, and I actually highly recommend the Move With Us app. It's not sponsored or anything, I paid for it myself, but she's got so many different programs on there, lots of recipes as well, and it's all timed out, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna keep doing that this year, and then maybe eventually I'll program myself. We'll just see how I go. But I'm on Project Booty this year, and I don't really want to be focused on, you know, exercising and appearance while I'm working on the things that I'm working on, but exercising and fitness and being in the gym is something that I love genuinely. I've always loved it. So I think just switching my mindset about it and just wanting to go in there and feel strong is just the attitude that I'm having this year towards it, and the app has been really fun to follow. So highly recommend. Next, somebody asked, are you on any dating apps at the moment? And no, I'm not. Am I? I've got a dating segment in my phone. I've got Hinge and Tinder, which I do not go on. Hinge is looking stressful. And Raya. I've been trying to get on Raya. Can't get on Raya. That's fine. I'm on the wait list. No, honestly, I never open those apps. I just don't bother. I don't know why. I think I would love, I mean, obviously it's not realistic for everyone, and at some point you've kind of just got to get on the apps if you really want to actively be trying to meet people and going on dates. Going on the apps is probably one of the best things you can do to meet a variety of people and see who you get along with and then maybe go on a date. But I would just love to meet someone organically. I feel like that's just the nicest way to meet someone. It just like naturally progresses. There's no like literally meeting them on the first date, which I know is something that you kind of have to do if you're really actively wanting to meet someone, and probably will be something I do in the future. But for now, if I meet someone organically, that would be really nice. But maybe I'll get on the dating apps. I don't know. I'm a terrible replier, for one, remembering to go on the app and to reply to anyone. And then I also know that that's going to move into a date eventually, and that just freaks me out. So I'm just not at the moment. But this year I will be, and I'll keep you updated. Oh my god, we could do like date vlogs, like get ready with me for a date, then I can come back and let you know how it goes. That could be fun. Maybe we'll do that. Theo wanted to come and say hi for the next question. The next question is, are you traveling this year? If so, where to? I am traveling this year. I'm going to Melbourne this weekend, but I am traveling internationally in March to Bali, which I'm so excited for. We've booked it with a group of friends for a whole week. At the start of March, we booked our villa, our flights are booked, and I'm honestly just so excited for a whole week of sitting by pools, sipping margaritas, eating yummy food, and I'm just going to absolutely live my best life, and I cannot wait. So Bali is the first trip, and then possibly, I don't know exactly when, because it kind of depends when Freya and Brad go. They're going to Europe, but then some of our group of friends are possibly going over there to meet them. So there could be a Euro trip this year, which is very, very exciting. But that's pending, so we'll see. So definitely Bali, possibly Europe, possibly the greatest year of my life. Next, somebody asked, are you currently taking any medications for your anxiety? And no, I am not. I actually have a script sitting in my room that I was prescribed by my doctor and was recommended to take in a small dose and build my way up to what I need to be on. But I've always been scared of taking medications for anxiety. I've always wanted to deal with it naturally, but at some point you just got to do what you need to, and I'm kind of waiting to see how I go this year. And if it comes to the point where I do feel like I need to medicate myself, if I'm recommended that by my new psychologist, I will do that. It just petrifies me thinking about something literally blocking certain signals from going to your brain. I don't know exactly how they work, but it could honestly be the best thing that I ever do, and something that I just do need to accept that I might need for a while. I'm just still thinking about it. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated if I do and let you know how I go, but I've just heard some of the stories of people getting used to these drugs in your bodies, and while it's altering your brain, you can feel a lot of side effects, which honestly freaks me out. But it's, you know, some people, you just need it. So we'll see. I've got that script in my room. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but right now, no, I don't take anything for it. I feel like you guys know me so well because every time I put a question box up on Instagram, so many of you ask what my favorite food is right now because you just know I'm always fixating on something. And right now I've got a couple. So first is breakfast foods. Breakfast bowls, to be specific. Fresh strawberries, banana, peanut butter, yogurt, granola. I'm loving that right now. I look forward to it every single morning when I wake up. I'm also loving white-based pizzas, like truffle-y pizzas. Yum. Pastas. I am loving Thai food, pad see ew to be specific, pork pad see ew to be even more specific. Love. With like a roti bread and peanut sauce. And sandwiches. I'm absolutely fixating on big, sexy sandwiches. So those are all my favorite things that I'm loving to put in my gob right now. And the last question that I'm going to answer today is how to deal with hangovers. I get the worst hangovers ever, and honestly I feel like I have this kind of down pat. I don't know, I feel like towards the end of the night I start drinking water. I slow down my drinking. I drink vodka lime and sodas, which does help a little bit. Obviously it's still alcohol, but it's like less sugary content, so it's going to help the hangovers. So if you can end the night starting to drink those, I find that helps a lot. And then moving on to waters, and then coming home I scull a whole Gatorade and I have 2 Panadols before I go to sleep, and I feel like that really helps. And then I wake up, I drink a bunch of water. If you got a Barocca there, that really helps as well. Another Gatorade, that really helps. Just honestly hydrating yourself as much as you can. Even if you're feeling so sick, you've just got to get that hydration in, because that is essentially what's making you feel like crap. So Panadol before bed, scull of Gatorade, scull as much water as you can the next day, get outside in fresh air, try and get a good sleep as well. And I find that really helps me. I feel like that's really simple. A nice long shower, doing your skincare, brushing your teeth, just trying to do your best to get up and do the things that make you feel better, because I know sometimes you just want to sit in bed and literally die. But drinking water, getting out, having a shower, freshening up, getting out in fresh air, even going for a walk I like to do as well. I feel like that really helps, like get the blood flowing and kind of like getting the hangover out of you. I always kind of do that. I take Theo for a little walk after a little while. It depends how bad the hangover is, but yeah, definitely a walk first thing in the morning really helps as well for me. So those are my tips. I don't know how helpful they are. That is all of the questions that I'm going to answer today. I feel like I definitely got very personal in this video. So yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it. I am an open book. I like to share these things, and I'm not ashamed to be someone who is dealing with anxiety and dealing with everything else that I'm dealing with. I want to share it with you because I want to help others, and I would hate to sit here and pretend that everything's okay when it's not. It's something that I'm going to share with you and bring you along on my journey. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you are having a really amazing start to the year. And if you are dealing with things yourself, you are going to get through it, and you don't need a new year to do it. You aren't too late to start making new habits and changing your life, and this year is going to be better. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos from me, if you would like to come on this journey with me. And I love you so much. Oh, and we'll see you in my next video.